Hi guys, welcome back to another reaction video and thoughts here on our Eyes Your Eyes. I'm ready to watch episode 9 of Bleach 1000 Year Blood War. But before starting this video, I just want to remind you to subscribe to the channel, click on the notification bell, leave a like to support me, and feel free to join me till the end of this incredible, amazing adventure. Okay, in the previous episode we saw that Ichigo, Renji, Rukia, and Byakuya reached the royal palace. Thanks to these Crew Zero or Squad Zero. So let's see what's going to happen today. Are you ready to join me with these? Check it out. Why? No. Wait, but there was a number one, so he's becoming the number one? I mean, the new captain? Okay, let me decrease a second. They are too loud. Ah, okay. It's true, so he is fine now. As much as I was saying, it's part of the training. Renji! Where's Byakuya? Mama Renji, you're not fine enough, I guess. Ita! Wow, Renji recovered too? Oh! Okay, good, Renji. But what about Byakuya? Maybe he's still in a super hard condition. Ah, now they have to move from one circle to the other one. Ah, no, I thought it was part of... Eh? Wow. But they are burnt too. Oh, wow. Ichigo is on another level. Yes, it's something special. So Kyoraku is becoming... Uh, he's becoming the new head captain. Okay. Zanjutsu? What is it? Oh, they are always complaining like the sages in Naruto. I mean, no, in fact, let's try. You have an idea of a Kenpachi that maybe, I mean, okay, that he is crazy. Who's that? Unohana! Unohana? With Kenpachi? What? What? What does that mean, the first Kenpachi? Wait, while they are forget. I'm thinking. No! No, wait. What does that mean? Unohana was a Kenpachi. I mean, she's a part of the descendants of Zaraki. No, what does that mean? Okay, step two. Oh, okay. Oh my god, these training is. Yeah, this reminds me of a Dragon Ball training too, somehow. I mean, she's cooking, that's the training part. They have to cook. They have to eat! But this is great, let me say it. It seems delicious. But look at that. I mean, wow. But the portion is enormous. As always, Urahara. Oh, okay. So they have to eat. You feel hungry after the first training. I think you need it, especially because they were in hot springs. So, what? The typical scene of the dishes. No, the dessert. The dessert too. What's that? Ah, okay. Okay. What's wrong? What's wrong? Maybe he's thinking. What do you mean? Mm. Yeah, but this is part of the training somehow. Or not? Eh, infected. Ma, I would like to eat that. Exactly. First, you have to regain the forces, I mean, the strength, and then in the meantime, Cole is eating. What the F? It was not supposed to be the dessert time. I mean, ah, yeah. Ah. 100年前。No, I think she's the. She's the same as before, so. Ah, okay. I mean, I imagined that that was the same person, but maybe it was part of her technique too. Are they finished already? Ah, okay. Okay. So she created these ability. Okay. But that's even greater. I mean, the fact that they. So these one, I mean, the other member of these five created the Zampacto. Interesting. I can't imagine what's going to happen. Okay, we are underground, underground. That's Zaki. Oh yes. No, I don't understand. What does that mean? That Unohana is a Kenpachi. Did I understand right? I've never expected this. Yeah, because we know Zaraki that when he starts. I can't believe that he's talking to her like that. Oh my. She's scary. No. He made that. Ah, he's heavy. Whoa. Wow, I mean. No, when did I say that? When they presented the previews 13. Whoa! Ah, that's why. Wow, she's really powerful. Okay, later I'm going to tell you because otherwise I can't hear. Now, what does that mean? That she's going to die or he's going to die? No, because he wants to give the power to Kenpachi, so she's going to die. No! So she knows that she's going to die. Right? No, he left. Yes, he left the. No, F-way, who's going to die here? I hope nobody, sincerely. But later I'm going to tell you. Whoa! No, I've never expected this from Unohana. Sincerely. See, appearance can trick you. Yeah. She's so scary. Ooh. Eh. I've never seen Zaraki in this way. Whoa! She said that he's weak. I'm speechless. Oh, no, Zaraki, no. No, that's Zaraki's sword. He lost. Exactly. Or not. No, F-way. Eh, he was fighting her. Even. No way! No! So Zaraki was killed, and he was also crying. Look, no, 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 no.
どうしました？一瞬意識が飛んでいたようでしたが。
What? What?
なんだ今のは。俺は確かに。くそ。考える時間が欲しい。今はこの戦いのことだけよ。
That was an illusion. Ah, okay.
ザラキケンパチ、あなたは死なない。あなたは視線をくぐるたび強くなる。
So she's going
そ
to
れ
die.
こそがあなたが自らに課した過ち。
In fact.
私の罪。
Oh, wow. Look, this is another incredible episode. In this final part of Bleach, we are going to discover so many things that throughout the previous series we have never thought about or we have never imagined. Okay, first of all, I want to talk about Ichigo and Renji because they are having their training, and yes, as much as I was saying in the previous episode, I think that Ichigo now has to train thanks to this Squad Zero because they have to give him a sort of a power in order to try to defeat this Yuhabaha, this Quincy King. So it's quite normal because it happened so many times even in the previous series when Ichigo had to train. I mean, it's the usual concept of how to create a hero, to train him to try to defeat the other enemy, etc, etc, etc. So I expected this, but thanks to one of these Squad Zero members, the woman in particular, we understand that this Squad Zero is quite important because she was saying that all of them was creating something in the Soul Society, or anyway, creating these Reiatsu, I mean, creating this power that these Shinigami have, and what else. So in this case, the next step Ichigo and Renji have to confront is the other member of Squad Zero, but this other member is the creator of the Zanpakuto. So he is super important. I think that this Squad Zero can give us lots of surprises, and let me tell you honestly, the woman of this Squad Zero, not the one we saw in this episode, but the other one that is really serious. I mean, she was wearing like a sort of kimono or something like that. I think that she created some things about experiments and whatever, because I remember that in the previous episode she was confronting the Mayuri, and I think that she created something technologically speaking, or anyway something that was really useful for Mayuri to go ahead with his experiments. That's what I have, I mean, that's the feeling that I have. But anyway, we understand that of course these royal members of this Squad Zero of the Royal Palace, they are super important because we understand even the difference of level between the captains of Soul Society, that they stay in the court side, as much as they were saying, and this Squad Zero that is defending the Soul King and it's protecting this royal palace. So that's a huge difference, and I'm happy that they are explaining even all these things, because we understand even the world building of the Soul Society, this royal palace, and even this area in which the king is there, and he woke up. We saw it in the previous episode, so I really hope that before this first part ends, we are able to get in touch with the king. Or is it too fast to believe something like this? And fingers crossed. I really want to see the king before part 2 is starting. But yeah, this training, as much as I was saying in the previous episode, it reminds me of a Dragon Ball and the way in which they were training, or even Naruto. Yes, this way in which these main protagonists are trained, because they needed to regain their forces, their strength. They have to start fighting in another way by discovering another upgrade of their power, etc., etc. And we needed to remember that Ichigo still has to recreate these Zanpakuto, that it will be a little bit different than before, because it's impossible to recreate the same Zanpakuto. So we needed to see the moment in which Ichigo is going to reach that moment, because I think that that moment will be super essential, because we needed to understand what's modified and the way in which he's regaining the Bankai or the Shikai somehow. That it's really essential, because otherwise Ichigo doesn't have any sort of a trump card against this Quincy King. So let's see what's going to happen. I didn't see Byakuya. I think that he really needs time to regain his strength more than Renji and him. I know there's even a Rukia over there, so I think that the two brothers have the time to regain their strength together, so maybe they can invent some other strategy, who knows, because Byakuya really was almost dying for real this time, and I think that he can think of something else to do, and he has to take his time to regain all his strength. So let's see how much it will take. Or maybe they are going to leave Byakuya over there, and when Byakuya will be ready, he will also join them later, while Ichigo is confronting the Quincy King. So, usually they have this strategy that someone is left aside and then he or she is coming back. So let's see. But talking about Unohana, look, yes, during the reaction I was trying to explain you things, but I couldn't, because otherwise I couldn't hear what they were saying. Yes, Kyoraku, first of all, he's becoming the new head, the chief captain, from what I understood, also because when he received that letter or something like that, I think that he received the letter from the sages. I call them the sages because I don't know what else to call them, sincerely, but you understood what I mean. And he became the chief captain. So, okay, there's no way that Yamamoto will be able to regain anything. He's dead. He's confirmed dead, right? And I think that Kyoraku, for the moment, he's the best choice. It's like when in Naruto they chose to put Kakashi when there was an emergency, so I understand that. But I don't think that Kyoraku is the final chief captain before Bleach ends. I think that someone else is going to gain that sort of a title, and I already told you about this. But anyway, he's entitled to be the first captain. So at the beginning of the episode, when he was saying to Nanao-chan, look, we have to separate, or something like that, wakare chao, I was like, what's going to happen now? But then I saw the sort of declaration that he was becoming the chief captain, also because of the kanji, some of the kanji that I can't recognize, so okay. But at the same time, when he was having that meeting with these sages, these upper grade Shinigami who are deciding everything, they also decided the amount of years that Aizen had to spend in that prison underground, deep inside this Soul Society. So I remember them, but when Kyoraku was asking them the permission as his first mission to teach this sort of ability to Zaraki, I don't understand what kind of power Zaraki is going to gain right now, because all the others, all these sages are afraid that one day if Zaraki learns about these, then he will be able to destroy Soul Society based on his attitude. Yes, look, if I were one of the sages, probably I would have been afraid too, because we know that Zaraki, when he is starting fighting until he's reaching the end, he is not stopping. So I can understand their fear, but at the end of the day, Kyoraku is totally right. Look, next time the Quincy King is coming, I think that the Soul Society will disappear if we don't act act, if we don't react to all these things that are happening. So I agree with Kyoraku. We need to give Zaraki something that will be able to defend the Soul Society at least. Then, yes, Kyoraku introduced Unohana, and I wanted to open a bracket about this because I don't remember if during the previous reaction when they were introducing, when there was that sort of a flashback between the Quincy King and all his subordinates and Yamamoto when he was young with his subordinates that are the 13 guardians, I mean the previous 13 captains in the court side. I remember that when they were showing us these 13 previous captains, I could see, I don't know if I said that, but maybe I did just or something like that, because I thought that I could recognize Unohana, but then I was thinking, how is it possible? Because Yamamoto has 1,000 years, and we know that he's the person who lived, the Shinigami who lived the longest, or at least, yes, he was the one who couldn't be defeated for 1,000 years. So I thought, look, Yamamoto is the oldest, is the one who could resist for such a long time more than the others. So at that time I was thinking, Unohana is there? Or am I seeing wrongly? And I thought that it was impossible because Unohana was younger than Yamamoto, so I thought, no, it's impossible that she was lasting 1,000 years, come on. But today we discovered that she was part of those 13 captains at that time. And she was, of course, under Yamamoto, and that's why, even in the previous episodes, when her assistant, she was the Fukutaicho, she was crying hard because Yamamoto died. Yes, and even when Unohana was talking about this power of Yamamoto, I thought that she was talking about that because she was part of the 13 captains, so each of them knew about his power. I have never imagined that she was talking about Yamamoto in that way. She was explaining that sort of power that he had because she knew him very, very well. They were spending 1,000 years together, and we discovered that she's also the first Kenpachi. I mean, she's the one from which all the Kenpachi's descendants started. So it's like as if for Zaraki, she's like a grandma. No way. And she was considered even the smartest killer. I mean, one of the oldest, but even one of the strongest Kenpachi ever. So I'm speechless because Unohana was always, I mean, she was so cute. Her appearance doesn't match with her strength. So once again, this appearance that can trick you. I've never imagined that Unohana, yes, I knew that she was really strong also because of her way to heal others, because of her medical abilities, but I've never imagined, okay, that she was one of the Kenpachi. And in fact, during the battle against Zaraki, she was recreating that sort of a glimpse of an eye that it's so scary. I mean, the way she was looking at him, that was simply scary. I have never imagined this, but at the end of the day, you also understand that she is probably going to die. And why do I say this? Is because of what I told you previously. I mean, now that the Soul Society is changing, and even Yamamoto died, it's a way of saying that the Soul Society has to change once again. So the new members have to prevail on the old ones, and that's why we need a new captain, and in this case Kyoraku for the moment, he is going to handle this role. And at the same time, Zaraki has to prevail on Unohana. So he is becoming stronger, but at the same time, it's like as if it's a sort of heritage that has to go ahead. So I totally understand this, and the fact that she was even giving this paper of the resignation because she's going to resign, it makes you understand that she's going to die. But in this episode, I thought that she was attacking Zaraki and Zaraki was going to die, see? For the first time, we see Zaraki crying because he always wanted to defeat her, and we see even thanks to that flashback that when he was young, since he was young, he was trying to attack her and trying to defend himself as much as he could. And he even gave her that huge scar that she has here around the stomach. While he was gaining that huge scar, now we understand who gave him that scar. That was like a signature of Zaraki Kenpachi. Well, I like these episodes because we understand everything that we needed to understand before, and now it's all compressed into this final part. Absolutely interesting. I thought that at the end of the episode he was going to be killed, but that was just an illusion. Because Unohana was trying to let him understand you are weak. I mean, you should stop using violence as you have always done, but you should develop something else because now you are too predictable. And by doing this, you're going to be killed so easily. And let me show you how. And in fact, she was letting him feeling the fact that he was dying when he was not dying at all. The way in which he was crying, because you understand that he was feeling pain for the fact that he couldn't defeat her until the end of his life, but then he recognized that that was an illusion, so it's a second opportunity for him to understand what Unohana was saying. Yeah, even the fact that they were analyzing her name. Yes, I really liked that because we understand that she was one of the strongest. She was having 8,000 styles or something like that. I mean, she was a captain number 4, but we have never imagined that she founded the 11 part of Soul Society. I mean, these Kenpachi heritage, legacy. And she changed quite a lot because at the beginning she was a killer. I mean, she was exterminating enemies like as if she was eating a piece of bread. But now, see, she changed quite a lot. And today she revealed her true nature, let's say. I really liked when there was the first encounter between Zaraki and her, when they were and this slow motion. That was poetic, let me tell you. Because that way in which they could put the slow motion and you see Unohana's face like that and Zaraki like that, it was like as if we were going back in time and we were seeing a scene between samurai or something like that. I really appreciate these techniques. So Studio Piero, once again, standing ovation. I really like this final part. I think that they put all their hearts to give justice, as much as I was telling you to this story. And if the quality is going ahead like this, it's one of the best animation ever, I think. What do you think? Write me in the comments below your thoughts about these, because I'm quite amazed by these graphic. And if they go on like that, simply stunning. Yeah, absolutely. Now let's see what's going to happen, because Renji and Ichigo, they have to meet the third member of this crew, Zero, and at Squad Zero, sorry. And at the same time, we needed to understand what the king wants to do, because we see that the king wants to get in touch with Ichigo. So we needed to know what that means and what he has to tell him. Maybe he's going to reveal him his real nature. I mean, what he really is, finally. And at the same time, we needed to see if Zaraki is going to survive and he's going to kill Unohana. Thank you so much for the support. See you next time with episode 10 of this first part of Bleach 1000 Year Blood War. In the meantime, feel free to subscribe to the channel and click on the notification bell. Bye guys, see you in the next video.